you're working with PyTest or learning PyTest, fixtures are one of the critical things to know. They're one of the confusing things as well, but once you get a hang of it, it's kind of simple. So I just want to give you a quick example of what a fixture is and how we use it. We use fixtures for setup and teardown. When you're running a test, you first have to set something up. Then after the test is done, you need to tear it down. For example, you create a user for the test. Then at the end, you should shut it down. You open a browser, that's a setup. You want to close the browser when you're done, that's a teardown. So how do we do that in PyTest? So we would have a normal function that's not a test, so the name would not have test in it. And then you decorate it with PyTest fixture. Then you'll have some code. You have the yield keyword. Yield is important if you do have a teardown. Then you have more code. So some code, yield, more code. Then you have your function. You have your test function, which is a normal test. Then if you want to use that fixture, you're going to use PyTest.mark at use fixtures and give it the name of the fixture, which is the name of the function. You're basically adding a decorator to this function to use this fixture. And this function does this thing. In this case, it's just going to print something. So if we were to run this, I'm going to take the name, I'm going to do PyTest-k and that n-s. So this will run the test, and we'll see what happens here is before even the test runs, the fixture, the stuff that's before the yield is going to run. So the setup part, this print here, the setup run, then the test run, then the stuff after the yield run. So when you use a fixture, the part before the yield will execute, then the test will execute, then the part after the print will execute. So your setup is before the yield, then the test will execute, and the teardown is after the yield. So that's how you use fixtures. There's a lot more about fixtures, so I have a longer video. Go check out that longer video. I'll link it. But that's pretty much the gist of fixtures, so you can understand how they run, how they are being used. That's just one of them. I'll create a couple more videos on different ways of using it as well.